What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing this RAM, right? Remember, I was giving you the update. Look at that alternator or that battery meter. Not sure what's going on with it. Normally I'm used to it being right in the 14. What's going on with this RAM as I was driving up yesterday? So got an alternator problem. Now look at it. At this point, I got my airbag light on, trailer light, everything is popping on. Look at that. Alternator is almost out. I gotta pull over and put my jump box on this thing. There's some recaps, right? This alternator actually lasted 4 hours. So all the lights are back on again. That means my jumper box is dead. So it's pretty good. All right, so yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna change this alternator. And first I just need to go ahead and remove this First order of business is remove the battery terminal for safety. All right, first thing we have some security. Pull up, push out, one over here, pull up, push out. Then we'll just remove that screw also, which is it. That's a 16mm. Get that out of the way. Now this box is loose. We should be able to lift, pull towards me. So I'm gonna get that out of the way. I'll take the air filter out, take a look at that while I'm at it. And then I'll pull the box out from under the bottom. All right, next step, we're gonna need a flathead screwdriver. You can just easily loosen this screw. Don't have to take it all the way out, just loosen it. And then you can just remove that piece, sit it out the way so it doesn't obstruct what you're doing. All right, then you're gonna need like a breaker bar. Stick inside the tensioner just so you can release the tension on this alternator so you can actually take the belt out. Now, let's see if we can see it right there. All right, so we got the tensioner and we got the breaker bar in place. All right, now with this breaker bar in place, I'm going to put an extension on it. And then from here, I could just push up on the extension and you should see where the belt is getting loose. See that? Look at this. So it's tight now. By pushing up on, you can see the tension backward and forward. So I'll just push it forward and then I'll just lift the belt off, right? And just have it sit right there for now. All right, release the tensioner, and then this is what I'm getting out, the alternator. All right, now that we have everything is in place, we're gonna move this connector. So there's a safety, there's a red safety right here. You just hold it, see, pull back. Then there's a tab on the back. So all you do is just squeeze the tab. You might have to wiggle it just slightly based on how long yours been on here. So you squeeze the tab and pull out. All right, now that this is out of the way, we just need to take this red piece off, slide it out of the way. We got the these are 13mm and a washer. Don't forget the washer. Connectors out the way. Now that leaves me with two 15mm. One is at the top and the other one is right there. All right, with the bottom screw out, that leaves the top one. So we can just wiggle the there we go. And these should be the same size if you look at them, top or bottom. All right, so that's it. Just a few knocks here and there. We're able to get the alternator out. Now, that's the old one right there. And of course, I have the new one. All right, now that it's the alternator is in, just give it one more tighten. Just make sure. These trucks are a stickler for alternators. Alternators, especially if you only have one alternator and your water pump. So it's always good to have one of those things with you. Our next step is to put my all my electrical connector on along with the washer. So 13 millimeter. Okay. Do not forget your safety. Very important. That's all the way back tightened. Everything is together. All right, now that we got the belt back on the alternator, please just make sure that this belt is sitting between all the grooves at the bottom for the compressor, and then also in the inside of the water pump, and not just the water pump, but right below the tensioner. So just make sure it's also sitting in the sitting between the tensioner. Make sure it's all sitting in line, because if not, when we start this truck, it's gonna jump off. All right, so we got that together. Now it's just about putting the battery box back in, and then put this piece back together. So I got right there the clips back in, 1, 2. It's all sitting all around. I tightened this up already, and of course security pins, clips right here, another one on the side. All right, so we got both of those. It's all back in place. That alternator looks good down there. Everything is connected back. The only thing that's left, connect the battery. All right, then we'll start it up. All right, so got the RAM running again. Here is the alternator. Let's take a look at how it's charging on the inside. So we're going back up, heading back, supposed to be right at the 14. All right, so yeah, charge this battery up and see how well it does on this new alternator. All right, so I showed you the step, you know, from yesterday when this car just when the alternator stopped charging, all the way down to when it died, what I did and how I put this thing back together. All right, it for total time was about 4.5 hours from the time the alternator stopped working to when it killed both batteries. Of course, that's the radio off, air conditioning off, everything off, all the lights off, everything. All right, and then at the end, I still had to use my jump box to get me where I need to be. All right, catch you on the next one.